Today we are taking a look at the Magic Mouse 2. It's found under the Mac tab and is classified as an accessory. Silver is priced at $79 and Space Gray is priced at $99. The only difference between them is their aesthetic and the cable that comes in the box. Now I got this one mailed in and the unboxing is very simple and elegant, much more than I thought it would be. One cut opens the initial box and the mouse is held in a plastic sheet without excessive material. There weren't any packing peanuts or anything like that. It was mainly just suspended in the plastic. Once you open it, the box sort of folds out as if it was a 2D representation of the box. I sped up the process of opening it because this was my first time receiving a package like this. But once out of the cardboard, you can see it being in the plastic and it slides out very easily. The box itself resembles other Apple products, but now has the older style cellophane or shrink wrapped around it rather than having thicker plastic sheets like the newer iPhones. Looking at the box, you can mainly just see the product information, what's included, stuff like that. Normal, typical Apple fashion. I also sped up the actual opening of the box because I wanted to preserve the plastic. This mainly helps with keeping the box dust free, and it makes it look better whenever you leave it on a shelf because it sort of has a reflective type of look to it. Now once inside, we are greeted by the mouse itself, without a plastic sheet over the glass. The plastic isn't necessary, just thought I'd mention it because it is touch sensitive, and a lot of Apple products that have a touchscreen usually have some sort of plastic on it. But that is something that's not evident on the mouse, unlike the iPhones or something like that. But anyways, beyond that, there's a cardboard tray that holds it in. And while taking it out, I realized that it was actually much simpler than I thought it would be because it just falls out. But with it, there is the elusive space gray lightning cable and all the paperwork that comes with it. Now if we compare the lightning cable, it's basically the opposite of the normal standard white one. It's all black, and even the connectors on the actual lightning pin are black as well. It's something that you don't really see because it's always the white ones that are included. Now the papers are just the regulatory information, instruction manual, and the warranty information. It does not have Apple stickers since it's classified as an accessory. Now taking a look at the mouse itself, it's made from a singular glass panel on the top, which is both the actual mouse button and the touch sensitive surface. It's contained within a dark aluminum housing and has two plastic sliders that go along the bottom of the mouse. Since the mouse is powered by a rechargeable battery, it has no battery cover unlike the first generation Magic Mouse or the Mighty Mouse before it. When compared to a wireless Mighty Mouse, there are many differences between them, and is mainly derived from the fact that the Magic Mouse is touch sensitive, while the Mighty Mouse is more like a traditional plastic computer mouse. The Mighty Mouse relies on a scroll ball and two side buttons for additional functionality, while the Magic Mouse has much more potential due to the fact it has gestures. The Mighty Mouse has to be powered by two AA batteries, and the power switch is more like a power and slider apparatus, since the slider presses down on a button. The Magic Mouse and other new accessories like the trackpads or the keyboards have a slider switch reminiscent of the older iPad mute switches. The only button on the Magic Mouse is the actual click itself, and when looked at the side, the mouse is clear since the space gray coating is applied on the bottom of the glass panel. Okay, so to actually connect the Magic Mouse to the Mac, you can either turn it on if you've already connected it before, but for first time connecting, you use the lightning cable, which is the fastest way to connect it because it'll automatically detect it. And this is also how you charge the mouse, which is kind of counterintuitive, but it does charge quite quickly, and you're rarely going to be having to charge it since it lasts a long time without having to be recharged. It is a mouse after all, even though it does have a touchscreen type of surface. And to connect it, you want to make sure it's green, and it automatically connects to the Mac. Now once you unplug it, it'll be connected, and on the Mac service or system preferences, you will see there are different options such as scroll direction, which is just basically mouse wheel. There is secondary click, which is like right click, so if you want to make a folder or stuff like that. There is smart zoom, which is zooming in on applications to get a better view. It's basically a built-in magnifier. Tracking speed, which is obvious, you know, if you slow it down, it makes it slow. I usually leave it on fast. In more gestures, you can swipe between pages or different desktops. So if you have two fingers, you can swipe between different desktops, which is very useful. And it works the same with tabs or stuff like that. And if you double tap, it'll also show you desktops again. So if you go to a browser and you click on something, so you go to the Mac page and you're like, whoops, I wanted to go to something else, all you have to do is swipe to the direction of where you're going, whether it's backwards or forwards, and you will automatically go to the tab that you were just at, which is very handy. And it is a glass mouse, so it will get quite smudgy, just like a phone or anything like that, but considering it's glass, it is very easy to clean. All you need is a microfiber towel, and if you want like isopropyl alcohol or some sort of cleaning solution. But it is quite a nice mouse to hold, and if you compare it to the Mighty Mouse of almost about 10 years ago, or 15 at this point, it is much thinner than the other one. It does not have the side buttons, but it makes up for it with its touchpad, and it does not have the wheel, which is also made up again by the touchpad. It is kind of weird to use it at first, but you get used to it very quickly, and it is a really nice mouse. The only difference between the white and the black Magic Mice, or the space gray, sorry, is the cost, and you also get the black lightning cable as you saw in the unboxing earlier. So this has been an overview of the Magic Mouse Space Gray Edition, and this is essentially the same as the first generation, except for the fact it has the rechargeable battery and not a battery compartment. This is Future Me here, almost done with the editing for the video you're watching. I've actually been using this mouse for about a month or so now. So the video you watched before was pre-recorded prior to me using it. And after a month, I've really grown quite fond of it because like other mice don't really have these features that the Magic Mouse has with the touch bar or touch surface. But yeah, it's quite nice, especially paired with the Apple keyboard. This is an older one. It's the one that actually takes batteries, but I've also changed it so my camera is 1080 at 60 FPS. I could do 4K in the future, but due to memory, I'll probably leave it at 1080 at 60 FPS. So yeah, 2 little updates, but the mouse is really good and video quality will be even better in the future. So thanks for watching.